All right, it is 7:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. And you know what that means, Joe? That means it's time for the Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers. We're going to do it a little bit differently tonight. We're going to call it Thunderstrikers on the Couch. A little bit laid back. Our studios are still under construction inexplicably, and we're going to have to do a show or two from here. But it's okay, because we're going to enjoy some time talking about some bolts. Sit back and gear up for the upcoming playoff picture. I'm Jeff, your host, and your producer, and an all-around good guy. See, it's laid back day, Tom. All right.
And then, you're delusional.
I know. And then we have the host with the most, Joe D'Angelo.
Well,
what you got, Joe?
Definitely no delusion on that. Joe D'Angelo, your host for the Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers live here. In definitely a different type of atmosphere. I must say that my producer got very creative tonight.
Yes.
Because he knows that the host was not going to sit outside in that 100-degree heat.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And we can't do it at my place because we have interruptions from the thing that lives on the other side of the...
Oh, yes. Well, there's always stuff going on. But at least we have some privacy here, best we can. Mm-hmm. We'll try to keep things as lively as possible. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to have call-ins tonight. It appears,
we weren't really getting call-ins except one.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, and that's the 7 bells behind me, because this is the relaxed couch version of the Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers.
Relaxed couch.
However, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties here and there and some internet issues, and thank you, Spectrum, again, it looks like we are going to not be able to get calls at least this week. Hopefully, we'll have an up by next week for sure. But if you have any questions or comments, hey, Valerie, feel free to jump on Facebook Live, type in your question, your comment, your issue, and always tell your friends. Let's go, Joe.
Absolutely. And hello, Valerie, our one of our favorite listeners that always appears.
Yes. Good to have you here.
Folks, what do you think? 147 days. We are now at 147 days.
Ooh.
And I have some good news that we will be playing this week.
We're playing tomorrow.
Exactly.
I love it.
At 4 o'clock.
I want to put this on my feed, too, as we go here.
So let's not forget, we are going to get it all started. As you know, I've been covering the training camps and listing all of the information that everybody needs to know about the bolts and everything. And, well, Steven Stamkos seems to have recovered somewhat. I like what I see so far. He is skating pretty well, and I'm glad that he's back in. It was a little concerning about that lower body, but as it turned out, Steven's on the ice, and
well, I mean, it's Steven Stamkos. Come on,
yeah.
It's not like it's one of your. I'm not even going to go there with some of these other sports, but not like they're a crybaby. You take a hockey player, you knock his teeth out, he'll pick his teeth up and hit you with them.
Yeah,
kind of thing. So
and
it's not a bad deal.
Great. That's what makes hockey so great is the fact that he knocks his teeth out, and he gets right back up again.
Yeah. Oh, what's he doing on the ice? So he's collecting his teeth, kind of thing.
NFL, they don't have that.
No. NFL, NHL, NBA.
They get hurt.
MLS, you name it. They're gonna sit there and cry. Hey, by the way, Joe, I must say, it's not. I do give you compliments. It's not often I do because hey, look at you. However, I was on vacation last 3 days over at Disney World. And did not have really reliable internet, did not have a chance to really get on and see all the things that were going on in the NHL over the week. And thank goodness, when I would be able to check Facebook, I would see Joe D'Angelo is telling me this, telling me that. I was totally kept up to date because of all your posts.
Yep.
So on behalf of myself and other Facebookers, we really appreciate that. Hi, Bob.
Well, that's what I do, and that's what I make my living doing. That's what I am supposed to do, doing what I've done the last 5 years or 4 years in radio. But don't forget, folks, 3:30 is the pre-show tomorrow. It's the blue versus white scrimmage game at 4 p.m.
It will not be us talking about it.
Nope. TampaBayLightning.com will stream it as well as Fox Sports Go app.
Yeah.
So you will be able to watch these guys.
It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hey, so Bob says, why are the Yankees so much better than the Rays? And the answer is because they have more money than us. All right, so how are the playoffs going to work? Best of 7 still, or some kind of best of 5, then best of 7? Well, Bob, that's actually a really good question. A lot of our viewers have not seen the schedule for this. It is a round-robin tournament for people that were already going to be guaranteed slots for the Stanley Cup. The others are going to have a best of 7. We're going to have a best of 5 once it gets to us. And then within, 19 days, we're done.
The best of 5 starts August 1st with Toronto.
That's going to be a big one for us. We're actually the ones playing in the best of 5 at this point. 7 won't be coming up at this thing. But thanks. No. That is actually a great question. So, Bob, we've talked about this before. It's good and bad for the Lightning. The Lightning have a little bit more of a chance to breathe. However, they didn't really have a chance to play because of the round robin, because they were going to be waiting. But they're going to have an exhibition game tomorrow, so hopefully that'll get them in the gear to go and play some good hockey. Who knows?
One of the questions that I was asked is, hey, Joe, who is going to be the starter for Group 1 tomorrow? And to the best of my knowledge, with Steven Stamkos questionable, because I don't think they're going to push him too much.
No, they need to hold on to him.
Verhaeghe's going to be on line 1 with Point and Kucherov. So pretty much Verhaeghe's the replacement for Stamkos when he's not in.
And that's not a bad replacement at all.
Verhaeghe, Point, and Kucherov is not a bad line.
Nope.
Killorn, Cirelli, and Palat are line 2. And Volkov, Steffens, and Joseph. A little bit of experiment there.
Well, let's hope that line 3 doesn't get needed very often, because
that's a lot of
that's
fast.
An inexperienced line right there. I mean,
they're
fast.
And
believe me, Mitchell Stevens is a great hockey player. However, they don't have the maturity that these first 2 lines do. And one of the things Cooper had a really good idea to do this year was to mix up these lines.
Well, this is mixed up.
Well, get some experience, get some inexperience in it. My question is, and this is one of my favorite players, is what's been going on with Braden Point? We have seen and heard very, very little about Braden Point, and that kind of concerns me, to be honest with you.
We're going to see.
Yeah.
All right. Defensively, Hedman has been paired up with Ruda. No surprise there.
Thank goodness, yes. Jan is going to enjoy that.
Colburn is with Bogo.
Okay.
And Shen is filling in on that.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
And Vasilevsky and Martin were the 2 goalies in the Group 1 phase. Here's Group 2. First line is Coleman, Goodrow, and Johnson.
I like that.
Maroon, Paquette, and Gord.
I like that.
I will say this, though, a word of caution. Said he hurt himself, and he's all banged up. So there's no guarantee that he's going to be in that line tomorrow.
Well, I know. But you know what? Would you rather have him fresh and healed for the season, or playing an exhibition?
I'm okay with him getting healthy.
Yeah,
he was on the. I will add this, though. We did see him on the ice.
Yeah.
So he's on there. He was on the ice, so he's there.
That's good.
Okay, so the third line is Barr, Boulette, Smith, and Witkowski.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's going to be an interesting line.
Defensive line, McDonough and Cernak are paired together.
Yeah.
Sergachev and Shattenkirk paired together.
Yeah, I want to see Sergei and Shattenkirk play together. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Foot
that.
Filling in, and it's nice to see Foot's getting his feet in the water there.
His feet on the ice.
His huge feet.
His skates on the ice. Those big-ass 14s.
That's what I have. McElhinney and Wedgwood were the goaltenders in that session.
Yep.
And let's talk about Andrei Vasilevsky, shall we?
Let's do that, too.
3-time All-Star goalie. Most ever wins by a Bolts goalie. He passed Ben Bishop to become the all-time wins leader, and now he's been nominated for his 3rd Vezina in a row.
Yes, can you believe that? Fantastic.
And
hopefully he'll get it.
You know what really grinds my gears, though?
What grinds your gears?
I had some so-called Bolts fan Because, there's some Bolts fans out there that are fake, okay?
I see where you're going with this, but go ahead.
Okay. He tells me
Yes.
that Vasilevsky has no shot at winning this year's Vezina. According to him, Connor Hellenbuck of the
Absolutely
Jets
not.
is the better choice and the better winner this year.
He's not qualified to sharpen the skates
are you
of
thinking,
Andrei
buddy?
Vasilevsky.
Have you watched Andrei Vasilevsky the last 3 years? I say to you. Good.
The only person I could even think would come close to Vasi would be like Tuukka Rusk.
And he's on that. He's the
other one.
Yeah.
That's the only person I could think could
and
even
we own
hold
him.
Yes. These two guys, and I'm going to give Vasilevsky and Rusk because even though I hate him, I hate him.
Respect him, though.
But I respect him.
Yeah, I agree.
He is one heck of a goalie.
Yeah.
He's close to Vasi. Nobody else. Maybe that Zamboni driver. If this is the case where you think that this guy from the Jets could be anywhere near Vasi, why don't we just call the Zamboni driver in, say, hey, would you like this? Would you like the award? Here you go. That's I don't know.
Come on.
Maybe you need new friends.
Did you see who won the most games for a goaltender?
Yes.
35 wins for Vasilevsky.
Amazing.
35.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
35. And he wasn't even. He was out a couple of games.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He is just so impressive every year. He gets better and better. If you could believe the fact that he can get better and better every year.
Well, he's going to do what a lot of these guys did before him. He's going to get better and better. And then one day some new young buck is going to come along.
Like that Islanders goaltender.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the real deal, according to Ronnie.
He's up and coming, but we'll see.
He ain't no Vasi level, though.
But
right
see,
now.
But then again, Vasi was no Ben Bishop. And Vasi learned from Ben, and he's grown in, has become as good as, if not better than Ben.
Oh, he is better.
I have to say, I agree. I hate to say it because I like Ben Bishop.
I love Ben Bishop, but
Vasi has come in and over-eclipsed him.
Folks, there was a reason why the Tampa Bay Lightning let Ben Bishop go along his merry way.
Yes.
And that's because they knew Vasilevsky was going to be the best damn goaltender in the NHL. Period.
True.
Period.
Yes, very true. However, you always have to know that there's somebody in the wings, somebody coming up that's gonna take over one day.
Yeah, someday.
And they're gonna learn. They're gonna say, "I got my experience. I got my lessons from Vasilevsky, the greatest goalie of all time at the time, and here I am now trying to emulate him. And oops, I'm better than he is." It happens. That's the way it goes.
To these people that think that Andrei Vasilevsky is only going to be a short-term great goaltender, let me give you a fact. Okay, Andrei Vasilevsky is 25 years old.
Oh, exactly. Anybody, and here's the thing: if you guys have seen Doc Talk with Alex Killorn,
of course we have,
and anybody that spends their summer on their time off drinking Pedialyte outside so they can get a better workout is definitely a amazing person in my book, and that is Vasilevsky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And one other fact before I close with Andrei Vasilevsky here is he's trying to become the first repeated Vezina winner since the great Martin Brodeur, who won it back-to-back in 2007 and 2008.
Yep, and that was 12 years ago.
Facts.
Yep.
And, of course, that's what we report, facts.
Well, yeah, and
no BS.
We also give our opinions and talk a little crap, too, but we definitely have facts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah. But see, we can also sit back and enjoy the couch today because it's a relaxing show. We get to hardcore hockey starting tomorrow at 3:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of us, who knows, we might just jump on and go, we're on for a little bit because it's hockey time. Because we will definitely both be watching it from different locations.
Of course.
But, it's our last day of relaxing, hoping, wondering. We're going to find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big a big test to see how we're doing. See where we're at.
I think we're going to be fine. I love what I see, and Cooper even said he loves the energy and surprising. These guys came in such good shape and are above and beyond what he had projected.
Well, they worked hard. I mean, these guys didn't sit back
No, they didn't.
And fart around and say, well, the season's over, I'm not going to do anything, or I don't really have to get back in shape until we get back. These guys have been creative, maybe not even on the ice, but doing workouts, getting themselves in tip-top condition so they can just pretty much skate on and go.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Stammer. Stammer got healthy, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
We got all these guys that have been really, really healthy. However, all the other teams have healthy skaters too.
Yeah, so it's on. But I will say this: Boston right now is in a world of hurt with several of their players out.
Well, that's because they suck. Oh, I mean, yes.
Several players.
And that's unfortunate, but don't forget we got beat by Detroit last game.
Oh, I forgot about that already.
Again, well, you can forget about all you want, Joe, but
this is different now.
Here's the problem with the Lightning. We had the same argument back in September last year.
Mm-hmm.
When they came off the devastating loss for the finals.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a good month and a half, to actually 2 months, to get back as aggressive as they were, to get moving and grooving, to start winning games.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that kind of time now. We have zero time to shake off that loss.
Any of the other teams.
I know, but we're coming off a loss just like we came off from the finals. And I hate to say anything bad about the Bolts. I love the Bolts. You know that. I want them to get the cup. The cup needs a suntan. However, we have to understand as Bolts, these guys have 0 days to get up to speed. They cannot come in low. They've got to be fired up, ready to go, get the damn cup, and let's go home and start again in December.
Well, for all that hype and everything, I like what I see.
Yeah.
The guys are skating hard. They're feisty. You can't really tell that they haven't been off the ice for all this time. They are that impressive where they came into camp ready to go.
Yes.
Alex Killorn definitely said it the best when he says he likes what he sees.
Yes.
That everybody's going.
And that's another thing I like. I hate the fact that we may lose Alex because yes, Steve is a fantastic captain. Don't get me wrong. I love him as a captain. However, Alex has stepped up as a captain and on the ice off season as the player rep. He is, and he had a quote in the paper today. He's worked harder in the off season than he has during the games, which is true.
Sure, yeah.
He's negotiating contracts. He's dealing with the NHL and the Players Association. He's out there making dog talk videos to get people excited about the Lightning. He's the one getting these players motivated to stay healthy and stay in shape and get ready to come back and play some serious hockey. I'll give a lot of credit to Alex Killorn. I should have brought his gloves again. I still got to wear his gloves. It kills me. I keep forgetting. It's hard to type with his hockey gloves. But I do have a pair of Alex game-worn hockey gloves that I would love to use right here, but it doesn't work. Oh, well. Nice try, though.
Yeah. Now, an issue with Cedric Paquette is that he got bruised up and banged up pretty bad. So he was skating this morning today.
Yeah, true.
Let's see. Well, they listed him as unable to practice on Friday and Saturday. That's what they said. They said that he was unable to. So that tells me there's an injury there, obviously, and he got bruised up pretty bad. Well. Mitchell Steffens also skated this morning, but he was not on the ice for the practice.
True.
So we don't know what's going on with that. I'll see what's going on with that, a little more information on that. But Steven
Maybe
Stamkos,
he was hungry.
Stamkos was on the ice with the team for the second straight day to begin Sunday's camp. Joseph and Volkov joined the main group skating. Previously, they were with the call-ups. So, actually, they moved up a little bit. So, And there's no decision on Stamkos playing in the first exhibition game, so we don't know whether or not he'll be in there or not. But we don't want to rush him again. So.
Honestly, I couldn't care if Steve plays the exhibition game or not.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like to see anyone play the exhibition game and get hurt because we cannot afford to have any more players hurt.
No.
We got to be fresh. We got to be strong. We got to be ready to go.
And before the show, we were talking about Rick Peckham is going to be with Brian Inglum, and they will call each game remotely from the arena.
Yep.
And that's a good thing with Andrew Chuck and Bobby Taylor, as we talked about, pre- and post-game coverage.
But here's what I hate to see.
And Paul Kennedy.
You know, he just called in a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel sorry, and this extends to a lot of different people. This has been a horrible virus. It's really put a kibosh on a lot of different things. JP, our buddy JP Peterson, who calls the games from the Amalie Arena and does a great job as an announcer between periods and things like that. He's not going to be working.
Mm-hmm.
And add to that, I feel terrible for him, but add to that, you've got all the security people, all the vending people, all the ice helpers, all the blue crew. There's a lot of people that are, look at Kristoff. We don't have Kristoff playing in the arena, so he's out of a job for a little bit. There's a lot of people that are affected very badly by this, I've also started to hear that there's a lot of people that are dumping their season tickets. And, I mean, although that's great for me, because I'm going to be there, that hurts the organization as a whole. And I hate to see it happen because of this. It's really upsetting all the way around.
Yeah, it's really affected all sports, and it's not over
who cares
yet.
about all sports? I care about hockey.
Yeah, me too. But
I've been burned by football and baseball already this year, but I care about hockey.
Well, we're going to get the season going,
yes.
And baseball too, and who knows about football? We don't know about football. They can't come to a conclusion.
There has been no word. I don't know.
They can't come to an agreement. Does that sound familiar?
You have to add all the other things that are going on with the football and the BS and the crazy stuff.
Mess.
So what are you going to do,
Okay, how about the power play lines? We have Hedman, Stamkos, Point, Kucherov, and Killer on line one.
Okay.
And the power play on our second is Sergachev, Palat, Johnson, Gord, and Maroon on the power play line.
All right. I mean, Sergey's one of our best power players.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's enough backup for him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see him probably still on the second line, but with a little bit more of a help to get the puck to him and get him cleared in the lanes because he's such an aggressive power play. You got to give him the support, and it feels like there's something missing in that second line.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, again, I'm not Cooper. I don't have all the crystal ball and all the things that he knows.
Penalty killing, very, very important when we talk about the penalty killing.
Yeah.
Coleman and Goodrow on top.
Yeah.
Cernak and McDonough low.
Yeah.
Cernak and McDonough, definitely. I like that combination. Cirelli, Joseph, Verhaeghe rotating as forwards. We got Ruda. Ruda has come in excellent shape.
Let's go back to Cirelli for a second.
Well, I didn't even bring up Cirelli.
Yeah, you did. He's on a rotate. Why would you want Cirelli to be on a rotate when he is such a strong, aggressive player?
Well,
my God, he's the big net charger.
You're experimenting.
They're John Cooper, this is not the time to experiment. Use what you use at the end of the season before this Corona thing is, and go forward. My goodness.
Doesn't mean that this is going to be the opening day line.
Yes, this is true, but it just scares me a little bit.
Trying to get the guys together.
Yes, but when you say experimenting, we heard that in November, and it took them a month to figure that out before they got.
Well, we're not going to judge what happened from before.
Well, I'm going to judge what happened before, because you know me. I'll tell you right now. We made some pretty piss-ass mistakes in September, October, November.
We're also dealing with injuries as well.
But we learned from those mistakes, and by December, we were on top of things.
Well.
And we didn't have the curses that we had before.
I like the fact that Rhoda has come in great shape, and there's no signs of, from what I've seen of tape on him, he is moving great, and he is with Colburn, Shattenkirk, and Bogo rotating at defense.
I like that. Hey, by the way, I have not heard anything. I tried to look it up earlier today. Have they announced the President's Trophy to the Bruins? Is this over? Thank God. We don't want to get rid of it.
They have not formally, no.
They need to.
They haven't.
We don't want it. Hey, if anyone's asking, we don't want it.
Yeah,
it's cursed.
You know what? I'm glad for them. Congratulations.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Somebody
needs
needs to have a little bit of spotlight if they're not the Bolts. Give them
That's
something.
one thing that I will agree with, is we don't want that President's Trophy. We're fine, and we're going to be fine the way we are.
Thank you.
A lot's going to be interesting enough with those games head-on-head with some of those teams. Washington, for example. I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Because that matchup, we don't match up well against them.
No,
Boston, we do. Boston, we do.
Well, yeah.
And so I'll cover all that because I'm the man with the stats and facts.
Well, we do well against Boston because we beat the crap out of them. Last year, this year, at the second to last game.
Yep.
That was, I watched that game again. I have it on my DVR. I watch it like once a week because it's so great to get energized for this awesome season coming up.
One thing I will agree with what Jeff said is we need to polish up, and on the head-to-heads with the Caps, we've lost. Our record's 0-2-1.
Ugh.
Our penalty kill is 71% against them, and the power play is only bloody 12%.
That's not good.
2 goals.
That's not good.
16 of 18 against the Capitals.
Would you like me to sing that? That's not good.
Well, you tried singing last
That
show.
is stupid.
He tried
we
singing
need to be
on
better.
last show.
Hey, you want me to sing it again? I can sing it again, It's time for lightning hockey. Yes, tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Hold on. Eastern Standard Time.
Don't you love that?
I love that.
That's going back to, I think the Eastern Standard Time thing's going back about 3 years from the show.
Yeah, you guys mentioned it a lot. I looked at some of your old shows and talked about that a lot. Eastern Standard Time. That's the way to go.
Yeah, some of the former staff from back then.
Yeah. Where are they now? Who knows?
Who knows? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't keep up after what goes on with previous or past people.
Nope.
But I will say this: we have a much better record against Boston.
Yes, we do.
We are very competitive against them. The stats are better. I will admit this though: 4-3, 3-2, and 2-1 are very, very close games, and we did lose at Amalie Arena to them 2-1.
True.
But we did beat them 4-3 and 3-2 in Boston.
Yes.
Which is great because, our traditional head-to-head matchups in Boston have been a Boston nightmare.
Well, this is very true. However, we have to throw all that out the window.
And that's what I've said before.
There's no home team advantage.
There isn't.
There's no away. Honestly,
Nope.
Other than our skater versus skater stats, we have to chuck everything, and
That's
it is a
right.
fresh, brand new season. I think we've got the talent, the skill, and the training to win it, but it is basically a brand new season. God help us.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to compare anything from the past. We have to
True.
start out fresh. We have to get our groove on and show the world why we are the Tampa Bay Lightning and what we're capable of doing.
This is true.
And I think we have a better team this year than last year.
I have to agree. I have to agree. I think that we did so well last year. We became full of ourselves. We got sloppy at the end. We just thought we would skate in and skate out with that trophy. We weren't ready. We were not ready for the enhanced violence, as would say, for that kind of a playoffs. These guys were hungry and they were ready, and we were not. This year we've added some serious people. We've added my buddy Kevin Shattenkirk, number 22. We've added some really good talent.
Pat Maroon. Veteran leadership and the only man that's got the Stanley Cup ring.
Yeah, Maroon, Verhaeghe, Bogasain, Stevens. I mean, all these people have come in, and all these guys are already skating their brains out and playing some serious hockey. By the way, it is now the 30-minute mark.
Yep.
And I'm going to say let's take a little commercial break here. While you're enjoying the music, don't forget, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers are on for your listening enjoyment and lightning learning. We'd like to thank some of our special people in the area, in Palm Harbor and Safety Harbor. We have Our Place on Highway 580 in Dunedin. Fantastic specials. All you can eat pasta on Sunday nights, and all you can eat crab legs on Thursday nights. We also want to thank Eddie's Bar and Grill in Dunedin on US 1 for fantastic times, great food, great drinks, just great people all around. Your service is fantastic. Come out there and enjoy a beer or a drink of choice and enjoy the wings. The wings are great. All right, folks, here we are back again. Joe, give me some more half of what you got.
Well, let's look at Andrei Vasilevsky, our defending Vezina-winning goaltender and the absolute best goaltender in the NHL, in my opinion. And I would know. So let's look at his records against the three contenders.
All right.
Let's look at Boston, number one. He is, let's see, 0.928. Goals against average is 2.46 in 10 games against Boston. So he's pretty dominant against them. Not the best. The absolute best that he is against Philadelphia, where he has a goals against average of 1.50. He hardly gives up any goals against Philadelphia, which is great. And then we come to Washington, where there's a major problem. And folks, you're wondering why we haven't beaten Washington this year. And the explanation is that Andre has not been effective against Washington, and I'll tell you why. It's a terrible save percentage against them, and it's embarrassing. And the goals against average, though, pretty damn high at 3.98. You're not going to beat a team like Boston, if you give up that many goals. And that is, if there's a weakness there, that is the stat right there. The goals against average against Washington is 3.98, nearly 4.
Yep.
So that's a very, very, very bad stat against Washington. That's got to improve.
Well, it needs to, but again, I think honestly, and we're going to find out in about a week, unfortunately, I think we're comparing apples to oranges again. I think that you've got these teams, you take the stats, you chuck them out the window. The only stats that I think are even close to being important at this point are player versus player. Who do you match up against to get the puck past these defensemen into the net? Who do you pair up against to keep the puck out of the net? And team-wise as a whole, I mean, heck, you never know. I make a joke that Detroit could win the Stanley Cup this year. Of course, they can't because they're totally out of it.
Exactly.
But, I mean, you could have the Jets jump up and win the whole thing. You could have the Islanders come up and win the whole thing, because it's not going to be the past. It's going to be how they skate tomorrow, if they're ready, if they're hungry, and if they're willing to get out there and fight. Because this is going to be a knockdown drag-out. This is going to be a fight. And I see big fights coming. I see big, strong play. But don't forget, we have another issue. We've got COVID to deal with. These guys start scrapping, they're going to get pulled apart and thrown in the box quicker than they would have normally this season, because of the inherent risk of being too close contact and all that kind of stuff. Referees, geez, think about this. This is a full contact sport. This isn't, This isn't, table tennis or something stupid. This is a full contact. There's going to be people in each other's faces. There's going to be fights. There's going to be knockdown dragouts. There's going to be body checks. If the refs try to inhibit all of that in the name of COVID, it may actually hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Here's an interesting question that I have.
Yes.
And I find this to be troublesome.
Is this one I can answer or just a question
I
in
think
general?
you can.
Okay.
I think you can.
Sure.
Why is it that in hockey we have an okay to play in Toronto
Yes.
with hockey, but we don't have an okay to play
I know where you're heading with this
in
one.
Toronto in baseball, which is really, I mean, I don't normally talk about baseball, but I found this to be intriguing. Why the hell?
And I think I can actually answer this.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
In your opinion.
In my opinion, but this is based on what I've read and some facts too. Toronto has prepared for over a month and a half to deal with the hockey players when they come in, what they're going to do, where they're going to go, what they're allowed to do, who they're going to be seeing, all these different things. They can't control that with baseball. They don't have the things in place to deal with all this hockey and then also keep the baseball players safe. So I think it's actually a smart move to say, you guys have enough to deal with hockey. You've had months to prepare for this, and you've done a good job. And that's why you're one of the host cities. However, if we're going to have someone come up there and play for a minute and then head out, we can't control that the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I just found that to be really, really bizarre.
Yeah.
And they're screwed because now they're not going to, where are they going to play? They're not going to play in Dunedin. Because I'll tell you what, this virus is so bad here in Florida. 15,000 cases a day.
Well,
it's not going to be played in Dunedin.
That can be debated left and right.
Well, there is a lot of issues.
We don't know exactly how this is going to go. We don't know how.
I just found it.
All I think
baffling.
the thing I find is really funny, and again, I'm going to crack on my own raise. I got an email today. If I would like to be at the stadium, all right, you ready for this? I can pay $40. I'm a season ticket holder, right, in great seats.
I'm sorry.
I can pay. I'm happy. I love it there. I can pay $40, and they will make a cutout of me in my picture, and they will set it in my seat, in my season ticket seat, and maybe the TV might actually catch it one time. $40. Now, if I wanted my wife to be there, it's $80. Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. What? I don't want to be a cutout.
You think that if you make cardboard cutouts and fill up that park, that's the only chance that you have of selling out? That is desperation.
I'm sorry. I love you guys. Raise up, all that kind of good stuff.
Oh.
But jeez,
So
are you
pathetic.
serious?
Cardboard cutouts, folks. That's what they've
Yeah.
gotten down to.
That's even fine. Just hey, give me $40. No,
That's not acceptable
I'm
to
not
me.
giving you $40 for a stadium I can't walk into, so you can put my picture in there for a couple games, and then you're gonna throw it away. No, it's stupid. just stupid. By the way, Valerie had a good question, and
That is so pathetic, but we are talking about the Rays.
exactly. All right, Valerie had a good question. When the new teams pick their players, who of the Lightning will go? Ooh, we talked a little bit about this last week, Valerie.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because we don't want to talk about this. We don't want to see anybody go, for that matter. I mean, number one, we don't like change.
You got to cut the fat.
Especially when we're doing awesome, we don't like change. And we've grown accustomed to some of these players that are actually on the chopping block this year that we like. You know, they're like family to us here.
Well,
in
Alex Killorn did a complete 360.
Alex Killorn is just
He's on the list, folks. He's
incredible,
on
and he's on the list to go, and he's
Tyler
probably
Johnson.
going to go. Tyler Johnson. Over 10 years with the organization.
Yanni Gourde, possibly. Possibly Yanni Gourde.
Bang my head against the thing.
There's a couple of possibilities here, but I think your most likely to go is Tyler Johnson and Alex Killorn.
I agree, and that's very sad.
Very sad.
And you know what? And they'll be fantastic players for somebody else, and I will still be a Killorn fan, and I'll still be a Tyler Johnson fan.
It's like, after all the accomplishments that Anton Strawman did for us, how could we hate him? We love Anton.
No, we love Anton,
Anton Strawman was one of the classiest people for all these years, that I've been going to the Amalie Arena and as a STM.
Yeah.
Every time that I needed, or every time I waited out in the parking lot and to meet and greet, Anton Strawman was one of the first guys to come out of his car, walk over, and sign every single autograph.
Oh, yeah. He's a great...
That's how classy he is.
Yep.
And a lot of guys don't do that.
No, but the funny part is most of the Bolts do.
Yeah. I'd say most.
Even one that most people don't think that normally does it, but even Kucherov has stopped and gotten out and signed before.
Yeah,
It's very rare that these guys don't stop, talk, thank the fans for being there. It's something you don't see in a lot of other cities and a lot of franchises, but you definitely see it here with the Lightning, which is nice.
Yeah, they are so cool, and a lot of them do. There are some guys, don't get me wrong, there are some guys that...
Yeah, well, this is very true, Vassy. I mean, I won't mention anyone's names.
Well,
that son of a bitch.
I have proof.
I know. I
going
saw
back to Andre's first year.
I know. I saw a picture with you with him on Facebook.
Shook my hand.
Just this week, I went, geez, is there anybody he hasn't tried to go and...
I've met everybody.
Meet. I won't even... You know what? I'm not even going to say what I was thinking. I'm going to be a good guy.
I have met everybody.
Oh, please.
Everybody.
Please get out your car. Please come talk to me.
And there's a couple of guys like Kucherov that zoom right through.
This is very true.
Don't even say hello or nothing.
I have a secret, and I'm not going to share it, because if I do, then everyone else is going to try to use it, and that's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
I have a tried and true way to get Kucherov to stop, and I'm not sharing it with nobody.
There you go. Well, fortunately for me, I've been one of the fortunate people that have gotten many, many things, including a signed Alex. This is not even Alex. This prize possession is Nikita Kucherov signing a puck from the All-Star game.
Oh, that's a good one.
And it's signed and it's in glass.
Nice.
So that is one of my many different collectibles, and I have one of Stamkos too. I have several of Stamkos actually.
Got a few Stammer pucks. It's nice. It's not really hard to get autographs if you're willing to go out there and just hang out a little bit and be personable. The minute, I'll tell you what though,
you gotta be.
These guys have representatives, and their representatives are watching eBay. And if they start seeing
people selling
Stammer pucks go up on eBay, they look to see who's selling them. If somebody from the Tampa Bay area, they research it, and Stammer will know, and he will never sign your stuff again. Autograph hounds that are doing it to sell, be very, very wary, because that's going to end soon. These guys are not putting up with it anymore.
And stalkers, too.
Kucherov, the first thing he said to me was, eBay? I said, no. He said, you better not. I said, okay. And then he saw somebody coming up that he knew was an eBayer, and he looked at him and said, no, and got in his car and left.
Yep.
So if you're going to be an eBayer, if you're looking to make money off these autographs, if you're looking to make a quick buck, forget it. It's not going to happen. Now, if you're looking to get autographs to donate these things to charitable organizations like we do, to do things to help the public, these guys will bend over backwards for you, because they care about our community as much as we do.
Yeah.
So
they know me, and they know about my toy drive that I do every year for the kids, and they are like, here you go, Steven Stamkos, class act.
Oh yeah, very much.
He signs every jersey, every puck that I've gotten, and no problems, no issues.
Great guy.
Sometimes he has to go though. He can't just stop off every time.
Some of these guys don't realize that these guys have lives just like we do. We can't. If you're working at a car dealership and someone comes in and wants to ask you a 30-minute question, if you're working selling a car and you're going to lose the deal because you're dealing with this person, that's kind of equates in a way to these guys stopping and talking and giving autographs to every single person that wants one. They've got to practice. They've got to go home. They've got to sleep. They've got to spend time with their families. They've got things to do.
Yeah.
So, be thankful if they are able to stop for a second and say hello, if they're able to give you an autograph, and if they're not, it's okay.
Yeah.
There'll be another time. Trust me.
Yeah, we still got 15 minutes of the show, so if you guys in the
Yeah, we
chat
do.
room want to send us some
Valerie is
questions and stuff.
kicking today
She
with
is.
questions. Yes.
You go, girl.
Yes, it's amazing. The bad part about this new Facebook Live crap is that it won't tell me who's on. So I can't go back and say, hey, such and such, such and such, such and such. Unless you send me a message, I don't know you're there, unfortunately.
Wow.
That's how Facebook Live works now. It's not a good change, but for some reason, Facebook thought that that was the way to go. Maybe it saves bandwidth. I don't know. I don't care. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a question, comment, issue, give us a shout on Facebook Live. We're right here.
And don't forget, our lines are not open tonight.
Yes, no lines. No lines. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well,
It's what happens.
We, as you could see, tonight is a night of
couch night.
comfort.
It's a relaxed night.
It's what is that word? Snoozing.
Snoozing. I'm not going to fall asleep, and I'm definitely not going to spoon you.
Oh,
Yes.
let's not go there.
Thank you.
But we are comfortable. We are here, and we are here to educate. And
Yes, we are.
I think these 45 minutes have been very constructive. There's a lot of stuff that we have already talked about.
Yeah.
And I want to take this time just to thank everybody for our viewership.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, I'm a stat fanatic.
Are you?
I'm hardcore into
Are you really?
stats.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you, of all people, would know. I am very... I check the stats every hour after the show.
Folks, I have gotten texts from him Sunday nights at 1 a.m. Hey, we just hit 600. I'm like, it's 1 a.m.
But this guy's retired. Who the hell cares?
I do. Daddy needs his nap.
Daddy needs his nap. He's
Daddy needs a
retired.
nap.
He doesn't work.
I still sleep.
Maybe a little too much.
Oh, yeah. What is it going to do?
But,
hey,
yeah,
you're
I'm
not
really...
dealing with a yard crew. By the way, did you like our new yard at the studios here?
Yes,
yeah,
I was. I got my new
finally
sneakers
finished?
dirty
Oh,
walking into your yard. My very expensive brand new Pumas that I have, and of course I have New York Giants.
I am not going
brand
there.
new sneakers, and I also have new Nikes, and I love them. I love all my new sneakers.
Yes, government bailout at work.
Well, that's because I work for a top 50 company in the world, and I get paid handsomely.
This is very true. So between our yard and our kitchen, I'm up from 7 a.m. to whenever they leave. I am basically my own project manager, even though I shouldn't be one, but that's all right. We're okay with that. It's getting done shortly.
And, tonight was like a very constructive idea from him because, I wasn't going to sit out in the 100-degree heat and do a show.
We do have an outdoor studio, which would have worked just fine, except Joe's pores perspire too much, and then he gets
heat.
all upset and teary, and he can't handle the heat, and he can't stay out of the kitchen.
Nope.
So
I don't like the kitchen.
So here we are.
That's why I go out and eat.
Just like a Doc Talk kind of thing. It's Thunderstrikers on the couch. It may be this week, next week too. You never know. But it's Thunderstrikers on the couch.
Well, I'm kind of hoping at this point that we can get back to Eddie's, or even a possibility that maybe Snipers.
Who knows? Who knows?
So
if we can get there, that's great. If not, we've got Thunderstrikers on the couch. It's a fantastic way to do it.
It's a fill-in.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of information. No matter where you are, no matter what you do, the information gets out there.
True, but I kind of like the idea of a studio.
You'd be more comfortable if you had a studio.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, if you think that we should be in a studio and this is horrible, drop me a line here. Or let Joe know during the week how much you hate this show with us on the couch.
Well, if I get 900 views again on the show,
yes.
I really will reserve my right not to complain.
Because Thunderstrikers on the couch is just a lot of fun. A lot of fun just to relax, enjoy. Hockey starts sort of tomorrow.
See, that's what
Exhibition
happens.
game. Life
That's
is
what
good.
happens when you get retired.
That's right.
You get lazy and
That's
you get
right.
like, oh, I just gotta sit on the couch and do
That's
my
right.
thing instead of being professional in a studio.
This couch has seen a lot of my butt in the past few years.
Sure, it has.
That's right. And it likes it.
A little too comfortable for me.
This is true.
I'm more like a studio guy. I like the studio.
I can stand you in the corner next time if you'd like.
I don't think I would like that too much.
That's right. So enjoy
because my ratings would go
couch.
down without me on the show.
Enjoy the couch. Thunderstrikers on the couch.
Oh, God. You are just killing me with this.
Hey, you know what? Actually, we'll equate it to this. Because of COVID, every late night show, every talk show across the country, even Impractical Jokers are doing everything from the couch. So we are just following suit.
You're following suit.
Doing as they do and holding a show on the couch.
It's just a little bit too laid back.
Hey, Valerie, do you like this show?
I don't like the laid back. I don't like the laid back type feel.
Yes. Bob, if you're still there, let me know if you like the show.
If anybody's still there.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, all right, we're going to bed.
Well, I haven't posted it on all my feeds yet.
Well, it will, and we'll have this thing on YouTube and Castbox very shortly.
I have never, in 4 years of broadcasting this show, ever had a producer that was able to be talented enough or smart enough.
Very true.
Or he gets it.
Or good looking enough.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Or manly enough.
I'm not going to go there either.
Damn it.
Nope.
Shoot.
Like I said, I'm beginning to praise him, and
I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I appreciate it. On the couch.
Yeah. So, this is one of the many things that have improved from the past years, is the fact that we have Castbox and YouTube right away instead of waiting, making the fans and all our members and our fans and everywhere that watches the show.
Yeah.
And believe me, when you have 1,000 views a week, that's pretty damn good.
It's good, yeah. It's very nice. Very nice.
Average is 700 and something, right?
Yeah, 781 right now.
But last week again, close to 900 views.
Yeah.
You guys are excellent. You guys are awesome, and we thank you for that because, quite frankly, I get really hyped up when I know that there's like almost 1,000 people a week watching the show.
Oh, yeah.
As compared to, back in the, the first couple of years where it was, okay, viewership's okay, but it's not great.
Yeah, but just remember, Joe, everything starts off slow.
Yeah.
It starts off 40, 50 viewers.
I know.
Then we're celebrating 100. Then we celebrate 200. Then we celebrate 500. Now we've celebrated 1,000. And who knows? In a couple years, we'll be celebrating 10,000 viewers. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's big. And, you know, the more you're consistent at what you do and you take pride in all the research and everything that goes on to report all this stuff to you guys, and I know you guys appreciate it.
Well, yeah, and honestly, this is one of the reasons we did Thunderstrikers on the couch today, because we could have easily canceled the show because we had too much going on and too much stuff, but that's not what we do. We're professional broadcasters or podcasters or whatever you want to call us. We are professionals. We take this very seriously.
Absolutely.
We don't do it for the money. We do it for the pride of the show, and we do it to get our message out about all the other things we do, like the toy drive and all the things we do for the community. And to get our message out, we need people to listen and view. So we really appreciate that everybody has come on and is viewing this thing, is checking it out, is sharing it, is telling their friends. And like I said before, tell your friends, tell your enemies, just tell somebody. And let's get the Thunderstrikers pushed forward as much as we can. We got the season coming up now to finish off. It's going to be a great finish. We're going to be there every step of the way, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. We will make sure we're here giving you all the inside hockey news that we have and more.
And I'll give you some more good news.
And maybe a couple laughs along the way. Go ahead.
Even better news.
What's that?
Is the fact that even though we had the pandemic and everything is...
What pandemic?
Everything's crazy.
Oh.
The good news that I have is after we win the cup,
Yes.
there'll only be a short amount of time before training camp opens in November.
Yeah.
And we go right back in the season.
I was actually going to mention that earlier. Is it bad that I'm already excited for the 21 season?
Wow.
I'm already stoked for December, November, and all that. I'm ready for it.
Well, great minds think
and
alike.
we haven't even finished this one yet. I'm
we're
already
thinking
for the
about
next
year, and I'm bringing it up because it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is not going to be much
you
of a
won't see
wait.
us.
No.
You won't see us for a little while, but then come November,
There's Jeff and Joe again.
all over again.
The
It's Joe and Jeff all
Thunderstrikers are
over
back.
again.
And hopefully not on the couch.
No.
Joe hates the... I have learned today that Joe hates the couch.
I do.
But it's okay, Joe,
I hate
because
the
these
couch.
guys
My ass is killing
right
me.
here do not hate the couch. We'll sit back, relax, grab the mic, and chill out.
Yeah.
Grab a drink, have fun. We're relaxing. It's a time to
We
relax.
only got 5 minutes of the show. He tells me to lay.
There you go. See, look at that. Look at Joe, all laid back on the couch, chilling out, having a good time.
I don't lay back. I'm not a
Yes.
laid back guy.
I've
See,
never,
that's the
and this
difference.
is true. I've actually never seen you lay back before, which is fine.
I was
But-
working 60 hours a week at my job before they cut my overtime.
Folks, just so you know, I know we're in Florida, but Joe told me when he works for Clorox, he has to walk to work 10 miles uphill in the snow and heat to get to work, and he still does it because he's that dedicated. 10 miles uphill both ways in the snow and the heat because he loves his job so much. To get here today, he had to walk. You ready?
I'm listening.
10 miles uphill
We are not 10 miles away from each other.
in the snow, and then you got to walk home uphill 10 miles in the snow and the heat because you're so dedicated to Thunderstrikers on the couch.
You're silly.
This is the best ever.
You know, I really think that my producer
Yes.
got a little bit too much sun,
I
and
see.
hopefully not COVID
That's
from
true.
Disney.
I'll tell you what, Disney was interesting for my Central Florida fans here. If you are a annual pass holder,
We have the social distancing.
yes, more
Because
than
I don't
6
want to
feet.
catch COVID because he
This
was
is
at Disney.
Very true. If you get a chance, now is a really, really good time to go see Mickey and give him your money because there was nobody there. You know, we got 2 or 3 minutes left. Let me tell you about my Magic Kingdom day. On a Saturday morning, yesterday, Magic Kingdom, park opened at 9. We walked in, and we were in at least all the way to the statue by 9:03. We had ridden by noon. This is from 9, actually more like 11:30. In 2.5 hours, we rode Pirates. We rode the mine train. We rode the other train ride, the Big Thunder Mountain. We did Small World, Peter Pan, Carousel of Progress, Pooh Ride. I mean, you name it. And Space Mountain. In 2.5 hours, we rode everything. We walked on, rode it, and walked right off. That was 3 days in a row, 3 different parks. Never more than a 5-minute wait. This is the time to go, folks. Now, it does suck to wear a mask. I will give you that. It is not fun to wear a mask in the heat of Central Florida at Disney World. But hey, if you're a Disney fan like we are, and it was my wife's birthday, big shout out to my wife. Big, huge milestone birthday. I can't give you the year. I'll say it's somewhere in her 30s, maybe. Good enough. Big shout out on Friday to my lovely bride for her birthday. That's why we went to Disney, had a fantastic time. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, I'll say one thing. I am
Yes.
glad that you went, and I'm glad that you celebrated it
Yes.
and everything. But I definitely disagree with Disney being open in this time with everything going around with COVID.
No, I feel fine. Just kidding. All right, folks. It is the witching hour. It has been an hour since we've been online here talking about our wonderful bolts. We've actually, the funny part is we got a lot of good information out, and I can't believe it's already been an hour. It's amazing. However, I will say this. We are your Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers. Joe, give me some final outs for me.
Well, again, it's a difficult time, but we're dealing with it, and just be safe out there, whether you agree or disagree. This is really bad here in Florida, and you need to protect yourself. So be safe, be wise, be smart, and don't put yourself in the way, because I personally know some people, friends of mine and family, that I found out have COVID. So. It's scary, but you have to take the precautions and everything. Be safe. As far as the show goes, again, thank you very much for watching the show. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next weekend. Hopefully not on the sofa. And have a great week.
All right, my final thoughts are this:
Go
Bolts. Make sure you are ready to show up and play. Don't play catch up, and we will see you next Sunday.
Have a good week, everybody.
At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great week. Go Bolts. Look for us on
everybody.
Castbox and YouTube. This is your Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers on the couch.